Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be learning how to cut a double-breasted blazer dress with a notched collar. So if it's something you love to learn, do it to watch to the end, like, share and subscribe. So let's get right to it. I will be drafting the back pattern first because we're going to use it for the front. So from the top here is our starting point and my shoulder line. So I'm going to come down to take my vertical measurement. From my shoulder to my bust point is 9.5 inches. I'll mark that and then extend the line across. Then from the shoulder line again, I'm going to come down to mark my waist point. From my shoulder to my waist point is 15 inches. I'm going to mark that and I will also extend the line across. So from the waistline, I'm going to come down to mark my hip point. From my waist to my hip point is 8 inches. I'll mark that and extend the point across as well. Then I'm going to come to the top here and take my full length. So I'll be using 30 inches for the full length. It depends on what you want. Your own can be shorter or longer than this. So this is the full length. This is the hip line. This is the waistline and this is my bust line. I'm going to come to the shoulder line here, divide my shoulder by 2. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the neck width. Then I'll come down here by 1 inch for my neck depth. And I'll connect from the neck width with my curve rule all the way to the neck depth this way. The next thing is to mark my shoulder line. To mark your shoulder line, divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches to the measurement. I got 7 and I will extend the point across. So this is my chest line. On my chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here so that I'll have a straight line from up. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point I just marked on the chest line. So I'll come to this line, divide what I have here into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. At the midpoint, I'll come in by half an inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. And I'll go ahead and connect all these points together to form my armhole this way. The next thing is to mark our dart, and to mark your dart you are going to divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I will mark it on all the lines, on the chest line, bust line, waistline, on the hip line and all the way to the full length. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together with a straight line. So I'm using a shoulder dart for this blazer. So I'm going to come to the shoulder slant here, divide what I have here into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. And I'll connect from that point all the way to our dart leg this way. So I'll come to the waistline, mark half an inch on both sides of our dart leg this way. Then I'll come down from the waistline by 6 inches. And I'll come down from the chest line by 1 inch. I'll go ahead and connect my dart. Before we insert our body measurement, I'm going to mark half an inch on the waistline here. The reason why we are doing this is because our back is not straight, so we're going to take out the excess here just so our blazer can lay very flat. We are going to cut this area out. So the next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement, so I'll add my seam allowance. I'll come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4. The 1 inch for that, I'll replace it, then add my seam allowance. I'll come to the hip line, mark my hip measurement, and then add my seam allowance. So whatever measurement I have here, I'm going to transfer it to the full length. I'll go ahead and connect my markings together. So this is what we have for the back pattern. We'll go ahead and cut it out just so we can work on the front pattern. So this is our center back and this is our side back, and we are going to be cutting times 2 of each. So we'll keep this aside, then work on the front pattern. For the front pattern, I've already gone ahead to rule out the necessary lines, my bust line, waistline, hip line and the full length. And I also left a space here of 5 inches and also here. So I'm going to go ahead and impute my measurement. I'll come to the shoulder line, divide my shoulder by 2. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder, so just the way we did for the back pattern. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. The neck width must be the same with the back, and I'll come down to mark my neck depth of 3 inches. I'll go ahead and connect from the neck width with my curve rule all the way to the neck depth. The next thing is to mark our chest line. Divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 inches to the measurement, just the way you did for the back, and extend the line across this way. On the chest line, I'll mark my shoulder measurement here, and I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to that point. I'll come to this line here, divide it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint, and at that point I'll go in by half an inch. We are practically repeating what we did on the front back pattern. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 here, and I'll go ahead and connect my armhole this way. The next thing is to mark our darts, and you are going to divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2, just the way you did for the back pattern. I'm going to mark it on all the lines: the chest line, bust line, waist line, hip line, and all the way to the full length. And I'll go ahead and connect all these points together with a straight line. So I'm going to come to my shoulder slant, divide it into 2 equal halves, just the way we did for the back pattern, and connect it back into our dart leg this way. I'll come to the waistline, mark half an inch on both sides of our dart leg. I'll come down from the chest line by 1 inch and come down from the waistline by 6 inch. I'll go ahead and connect my darts. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'll add my seam allowance, come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4, replace the dart intake, and add my seam allowance. I'll come to the hip, mark my hip measurement, and add my seam allowance. So whatever I have on the hip, I'll bring it down to the base, and I'll go ahead and connect my markings together. So the next thing is to work on the center front. So this is a double-breasted blazer, and I want my breaking point to start from the waist. So I'm going to be marking 4 inches from the waistline, also on the hip line, and down to the full length. I'll just connect the point this way, connect it this way. So this is where my breaking points will stop. Then I'll connect from the neck width all the way to this point like this. So I'm going to mark 0.2 here so that the neck can relax very well here, and connect it back into the line this way. So I'm going to bring in the back pattern. I'm going to measure around the neck to see what I have. I got about 3.5 inches. That 3.5 inches, I'm going to go off from here by that 3.5 inches. So we are now trying to draft out the collar, and I'm going to connect from here all the way to that point. Please make sure to pay attention to this part, it's very necessary. So I'm going to mark 0.2 here also, so that our collar can relax very well, and connect it back into the line like this. So from there, I'm going to mark the width of my collar. It depends on how wide or small you want your collar to be. So I marked 4 inches for the width of the collar, and I'm going to connect it this way. So I'm going to come out from here by 3 inches. This is for our lapel, and I'm going to connect from here all the way to that 3 inches like this. I'll connect it back into our breaking point like this, and I'm going to come in from here by 1.5 inches. We are trying to create our notch here, and at that point I'll go in by 1.5 inches as well, and I'll connect it back into this point like this. So from there, I'll connect all the way to my collar width this way, and this is what we have. It's a very simple tutorial. Please, if this part is confusing, make sure to just rewatch again, and trust me, you get everything. I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So we're going to cut the collar out first, so I'll just go ahead and cut it out before we cut the rest of the pattern paper. So make sure to notch where your notch collar is, your notch is stopping, so that you don't have any issue when you are joining it back. Please make sure to notch that area. You can even notch it this way so that it can be visible for you when you are sewing. So we're going to keep the collar aside and cut the rest of the pattern paper. So this is what we have for the front. You can see how simple it is. So this is the center front and the side front, and this is our collar. It's a very simple tutorial. If you pay attention to every detail, trust me, you won't have any issue drafting this. So this is basically it for this tutorial. If you find this video helpful, please do it to like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed, please do it to subscribe before you go. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section and I will respond. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next